and health care for all here in this country. We are asking you to fight against racism in your own country and struggle for reparation for the black people here in the United States. What we are asking you, brothers and sisters, is that you as workers in the United States fight for equality and justice for the working class here at home. If you do so, we, the people of the world, will be free, and our freedom will also be your freedom. We are asking you to organize, to fight against the war in Iraq, to support the struggle of the people of Palestine for their own land, the struggle of the peoples of Latin America and the world for self-determination and socialism. Fight to build a United States of North America that will be loved and respected all over the world. That is a socialist United States of North America. That, brothers and sisters, will be the best solidarity you can do for us. Long live the struggle of the working class. Patria libre, venceremos.
Sisters and brothers, we are gathering here and we are waiting for more people to gather with us. My name is Richard Becker. I'm with the Answer Coalition. Answer is one of the organizations that initiated the March 20th Coalition, which is putting on today's demonstration. We still have, we are still waiting for a labor contingent to join us, which is having a pre-meeting a couple blocks away from here. And we are going to, I want to introduce next, and have really, I consider it a great privilege to introduce them, Local 2, and particularly Todo, who is the Vice President of Local 2. She's the organizing director. And just before I came up here on the stage, I was asked by a media person, aren't we diluting our message by showing solidarity with the Local 2 workers? Do you think that dilutes our message? Right. We are here today fighting for the rights of the people. War and occupation and militarism are the negation of the rights of the people. We are here today to build a coalition, a people's movement that stands for the rights of all working people in this country, for jobs, for health care, for education, for child care, for everything we need. And all of that could be made available, except it's going down the rat hole of militarism. So today, we are standing, and we will hear a little later, with the Transport Workers Union, the Muni drivers, and they'll be up here to speak. And we're here today to stand with Local 2. For those of you who don't know, Local 2 has 9,000 members working in the hotels in San Francisco. They are mostly immigrant workers, our sisters and brothers who are struggling to get by. And now these giant transnational corporations, these hotels, want to make them pay hundreds of dollars a month for health care that's been a benefit. And they're fighting to keep their health care. And we're fighting to keep health care for all people. So please welcome Todo.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for, I want to say thank you to the Answer Coalitions who allow our voice to be added into your event today to call an end to the wars in the Middle East. As a person who grew up in the war during Vietnam War, I witnessed the devastation of the war and it has in our country and to our people. Myself, I have experienced the death of my families who had died during the war, the separations of our families members during the war. Even after 36 years, we are still trying to recovering from the war. The devastations of the war is not just for those countries that our government occupy, but the cost to support these wars at $500 million a day, while 20 million of the U.S. Residents who doesn't have a job. And I think that is wrong. So we need to think about the devastation is not only just to the country that we occupy, but to our own community and to our children who live in this country. This had to stop, and it had to stop now. We need the money for healthcare, jobs, housing, and education, not for war. In San Francisco, hotel workers are fighting a war against corporate greed. Hotel corporations like Hilton, Starwood, Marriott, who in the last 3 years, these corporations continue to make records of profits. And the CEO of the Starwood in 2008, brother and sister in 2008, and that was a down year for the industry. The CEO received almost $5 million a year in compensations. Let me just put that to perspective. It would take a room attendant who worked in San Francisco 91 years of working to be able to earn the same amount that this corporation's CEO make in a year. And I think that is injustice. But that's not enough for them. In negotiations, they demand workers to give back, to do more work, take away benefits for hotel workers in San Francisco. We are fighting back and will continue to fight until we win a decent contract that will include affordable health care for our families and our community, a reasonable workload so that room attendant, dishwasher, cooks can be able to work until their retirement age. And for workers who work for the Hyatt and HEI currently don't have a right on the jobs, will have the right to choose the union by a simple, fast, and fair process. Today, hotel workers, we are asking you to boycott the Grand Hyatt, to boycott the Hyatt Fisherman Wharf, and boycott the Hilton, boycott the Palace Hotel, boycott the Westin St. Francis, boycott the W, and boycott the Le Méridien Hotel. Today, hotel workers, we stand with you for peace and justice for everyone. Together we say, stop the wars in the Middle East. Justice at home for hotel workers. Stop the wars in the Middle East. Justice at home for hotel workers. Stop the wars in the Middle East. Justice at home for hotel workers. Stop the war in the Middle East. Justice for hotel workers. Thank you so much, and we'll be with you.
Let's hear it for local too. I can't hear you. Are you ready to stand in solidarity with our union brothers and sisters? All right.
Ooh, this is not on. The next chant is, they say cutbacks, we say fight back. They say cutbacks,
We say fight back.
they say cutbacks,
We say fight back.
they say cutbacks,
We say fight back.
they say cutbacks.
We say fight back. All right.
Woo!
All right. It's an honor and a privilege to introduce my brother, Omali Yeshitela, who is the chairman of the African Socialist International. He's going to be speaking for the Black is Black Coalition for Social Justice, Peace, and Reparations. Give it a big hand for Chairman Omali.
Thank you so much. Uhuru. I greet you with the slogan Uhuru. It is Swahili for freedom. It was made popular by the Kenyan Land Freedom Army, commonly known as Mau Mau, who fought a courageous battle against British colonialism in Kenya. I am here today representing the Black is Black Coalition for Social Justice, Peace, and Reparations. It is a coalition of African people spanning the entire philosophical and ideological spectrum in the anti-imperialist Black community for self-determination. It is a coalition that is growing throughout the United States, that exists also in the Bahamas, and England. It is a coalition that came together in September of last year and held the first national mobilization against the war and against this government since the inauguration